Hello, hello, hello. It's Jane Gardner. And hi, it's Build Your Business again. And we are live. We are on time or a bit early. I don't know which one or the other. And let's get started on what we're going to talk about today because we got a whole year of this. This is week 19, maybe. We are delving deeper into the 15 principles of building your business. And today we're going to be talking about developing your entrepreneurial mindset and how you can change a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And if you don't know what that is, we're going to be talking about that today and defining it and then going deeper later. So here we go. We're Build Your Business 52-week free training. Implement, get into action, and grow. We have been talking over our 15 principles, and they are develop your core principles, develop your mindset, which we're going to talk about today, and your brand, and position yourself as an educator, do a weekly workshop, build a product snowball, develop a strategic marketing framework, create a content factory, build a massive network, become a media mogul, get into production mode, build a learning center, create an online community, and raise and build your affiliate fans community, and put your systems in place. So this is week, as I mentioned, 19, and we're down to developing your entrepreneurial mindset today and getting a bit deeper into the concept. So let's get started. Now I'm going to mention that I do have some trainings on developing your entrepreneurial mindset at http://jgtips.com/mindset. And I'm going to show you that. Where is my page? And I did an the mindset traits of the entrepreneurial, for entrepreneurial success in 2016. And I have about, it was went into quite a bit of depth on the mindset traits of the entrepreneur. And this is a YouTube player here that you can use and just go to a certain video and watch each one in a series, etc.
Welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategy.
Talking about positivity and all this other kind of things. So that's where that gets you when you go to jgtips.com/mindset. And now let's go a little deeper into the success mindset for entrepreneurs. How do you cultivate a entrepreneurial mindset that inspires, motivates, and leads you to success? Well, we're going to talk about the basics today. We're going to talk about basically what is mindset. So every business owner is looking to grow their business. Every small business owner and entrepreneur is in a relentless pursuit to grow your business. And you usually do this by looking at external things like outsourcing, accounting, installing automation, so they can focus on more important matters. They may try out new marketing tactics or sales strategies. All these are external measures that can make a tremendous difference in your business. However, according to Muhammad Yunus, my greatest challenge has been to change the mindset of people. Mindset plays tricks on us. We see things the way our mind has instructed our eyes to see. We often forget about internal factors. Internal factors might include beliefs, attitudes, opinions, and thinking habits. In fact, these internal factors are instrumental in determining the success of your business. So what is mindset? The concept of mindset was first formulated by Stanford University psychologist Carol Dweck. Dweck's research focused on the field of achievement and success. Her theory states that factors like intelligence and ability, while important, do not guarantee success. Rather, our mindset and our beliefs about our abilities play a key role in fueling or dampening our success. All of us know someone who is incredibly intelligent or gifted but somehow never realized their potential. Think of a valedictorian who ended up working a dead-end job, or a gifted athlete who gives up a sports scholarship in order to stay closer at home. These people seem stunted somehow, and it's a great shock that they don't pursue their potential. It's easy to see that there's something holding them back that has nothing to do with their ability or talent. In the simplest terms, your mindset is a collection of beliefs. It includes beliefs about basic qualities like your intelligence, talents, and personality. For example, you might have a certain view regarding your own intelligence. You may believe that you aren't smart because you didn't perform well in school, as it's widely believed that school performance equals intelligence. This may manifest itself in thoughts like, I'm not smart because I don't get good grades, only smart people are successful, I am not smart and therefore my business will never be successful. This negative thinking ignores the fact that intelligence means so much more than just school performance, and that many who did poorly in school went on to be great successes in their field. Or you may have a negative mindset about your talents. You may be asked to speak in an event that could lead to great opportunities, but you decline because of a self-limiting belief. You may think, I'm not a good public speaker. When I presented this thesis in college, I choked. I couldn't remember words and I was too nervous to perform well. However, public speaking is a skill that anyone can learn through practice, whether conscious or unconscious. These mindsets can directly impact your success. We'll consider 2 examples that show how negative mindset can impact your success, but a positive mindset can help you activate your potential and reach heights of success you never imagined. The inner critic. Your mindset and its beliefs can be totally unconscious. It's not always easy to identify them, but what must be done in order to draw them out? For many people, a negative mindset manifests itself as an inner critic. This is an inner voice or private conversation that occurs in your mind on continuous repeat mode behind your conscious thoughts. Your inner critic tells you that you're wrong, you're bad at the task at hand, you're inadequate, or you lack the worth you see in other successful individuals. It acts as a judge, condemning you to failure at every turn. Some people are aware of this inner critic, while others aren't. Even if you're aware of this voice, you may be at a loss at how to deal with it. Many people believe that the inner critic is themselves talking. They mistakenly identify with it, and that's why it's so good at sabotaging your life and thwarting your chances for success. All of us have an inner critic. Very important to say that again. All of us have an inner critic. The first step in cultivating a mindset for success is to become aware of these negative thoughts and the impact they have on you. Once you become aware of your inner voice, you're taking the first step towards releasing its grip on you. The wonderful thing about mindset is it's malleable. It can be developed or evolved. The negative mindset that's holding you back was shaped through experiences in the past and learned habits of thinking. Through even the smallest shift in awareness of thinking habits, you can make profound differences and eventually take control of your mindset and steer it towards positivity and success. So basically, we're going to be looking at defining and adopting a mindset for growth, and we're going to dispel some of the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. If you want to learn about some of the traits of a successful entrepreneur, you can go to my Mindset Traits of the Successful Entrepreneur training that I mentioned just recently, that http://jdtips.com/mindset. But we're going to be defining a very important concept that you have to consider about yourself and whether you have a growth or a fixed mindset. We're going to identify and apply entrepreneurial mindset and keys ways of thinking that will enable you to do what I really want to do in your profession or personal life. We're going to create a plan to further develop your mindset so you can watch your business expand to new levels. So let's have a look at some of the action steps that you can do. You can schedule 15 minutes to do this exercise. Close your eyes and imagine. Does your ideal life include more vacation, more money, or better relationships? Write down the characteristics of your ideal life, and for each characteristic, close your eyes and think about each one that looks like you. For example, if you have financial freedom as one characteristic, what does that actually mean? Does it mean having your house paid by the time you're 45? Does that mean having your schools for your children paid off or for your grandchildren? Does that means earning a 6-figure salary? As you're thinking about each of these, pay close attention to the thoughts that come. Are all your thoughts positive, or are these intrusive thoughts that pop up? Write down all of your positive and negative thoughts, and the exercise may take some time, as many people have trouble differentiating between the inner critic and their actual thoughts. So if you've not uncovered any inner critic thoughts, this may be the case for you. The key to this exercise is to become aware of your inner voice. And once you've done that, I think we should have a look at the growth versus fixed mindsets, because they can affect how you think and how you can get success. So research has identified for mindset 2 types, growth and fixed mindsets. They've found that the favorable mindset to cultivate is a growth mindset. And you're probably wondering, what's the difference? A fixed mindset means that you believe that your character, intelligence, and other abilities are static. That means that you're fixed parts of who you are and can never be changed. Then a key characteristic of a fixed mindset is the need some people feel to constantly prove themselves. Since you only have a set amount of intelligence, personality, morality, etc., you need to constantly prove yourself. People with fixed mindsets often get consumed in proving themselves. This constant proving of yourself to others comes from the need to confirm your existing intelligence, talents, and abilities. This arises out of concern over whether you are looking smart or stupid, being accepted or rejected, succeed or fail. In this case, the individual with a fixed mindset is overly concerned with the static labels they have come to identify with themselves, such as talented, gifted, intelligent, etc. A growth mindset is one where an individual sees character, intelligence, and abilities as always developing and evolving. Unlike the fixed mindset, a growth mindset doesn't compel you to constantly prove yourself, because you know that you can change and grow with experience and practice. Your qualities aren't fixed. It doesn't matter if others see that you lack perfect qualities, because all of us are always growing and changing and learning. A key element to success in any field is the willingness and desire to learn new things and grow, and the acceptance of change. This is why a growth mindset is strongly associated with success. A fixed mindset can be seen in a person who masters something quickly and then plateaus and fails to improve further. The person will either succeed with a task at first try or give up in disappointment. Their inner voice has already told them that they're either good or no good at the task at hand. A growth mindset can be seen in one who learns slowly and gradually, accepting new challenges and solving problems along the way. Some people have potential but fail to progress, while others are limited but went on to do good things. Mindset is situational. These different mindsets can be recognized in early childhood. When given a challenging puzzle to solve, some children will try, fail, and become quickly disinterested and give up. Other children try, and even though they don't experience immediate success, they become engaged. They see it as a problem to solve and spend time with it. We often say of kids like this that they love a good challenge. These mindsets also reveal themselves to us later in life. Think back to someone you know in high school that had everything going well for them. They were intelligent, talented, and personable and seemed to have everything in order. But in recent years, you reconnect with that person and you're shocked to learn that their life took off early and they seem to have fizzled out or stagnated. Most likely, this is a person who has a fixed mindset and could not continue growing and evolving the way that they were expected to. On the other hand, if you reconnect with someone who has a growth mindset, they might have gone on to achieve more than you ever expected. The person may not have seemed like the type who was bound for great things, but over time they might have started a business or achieved great success elsewhere in their field. Here's a summary of the key characteristics of the fixed versus the growth mindset. So for those of you on audio, I'll go over them for you. So for fixed mindset, your intelligence, character, and abilities are static. For a growth mindset, your intelligence, character, and ability can be cultivated. For a fixed mindset, plateau you early on, but may stagnate or never reach their full potential. While with a growth mindset, you can continuously reaching for higher levels of achievement. For a fixed mindset, a hunger for approval, desire to maintain their status, to have a good character, to have good abilities. But with the growth mindset, they have a passion to learn and evolve. For a fixed mindset, if any effort in an endeavor is fruitless, it is better to stick with what you know. They don't like trying anything new. Whereas with a growth mindset, with effort, practice, and persistence comes mastery, and they're willing to try. For a fixed mindset, they avoid doing challenges, whereas a growth mindset, they embrace challenges. For a fixed mindset, they avoid situations where they might fail, because failure diminishes their sense of worth, so they either that they're smart and capable, whereas a growth mindset learns from failure. Failure is an opportunity to stretch your abilities and learn from your mistakes. With a fixed mindset, they give up easily when faced with an obstacle, and with a growth mindset, you persist in the face of obstacles. In a fixed mindset, they ignore criticism or negative feedback or any kind of feedback, whereas a growth mindset, they will learn from feedback, and a fixed mindset, they see the success of others as threatening, and with a growth mindset, they learn from the success of others. So basically, you need to consider what kind of mindset you have. So far, we've discussed fixed and growth mindset as though they were personality characteristics, but this is not the case. Mindset is situational. Let me repeat that. Mindset is situational. You may use one or other mindsets in certain situations as well as different times of your life. For example, you can, when you're feeling, when you have a challenge in life, maybe you have gotten a diagnosis of cancer and you feel like your life is going out of control, you might use your fixed mindset to make sure that you have a life that is a routine, has no stress, you get into so that you can conquer this cancer. But, for example, when you're facing a new situation, when you're unsure of yourself and not confident, you're more likely to adopt a fixed mindset. You might adopt a more growth mindset in activities where you're more engaged or experienced. In any case, defaulting to a fixed mindset, whether situational or for a large portion of your life, can limit your success, health, and happiness in the long term. So just briefly, we'll go into how to nurture a growth mindset. It's a 3-step process. So first off, you ask yourself, what mindset do you have? I have a questionnaire which will be available after the training in the membership, and you can complete that questionnaire there. And then here are some steps to move you towards a more growth-oriented mindset. So the assessment is based on the work of Carol Dweck and the quiz was originally written for educational settings. While it's not scientifically validated, it offers a good benchmark of where you stand in terms of fixed versus growth mindset. Once you've completed the questionnaire, tally your score and review your results based on the description. So now that you know where you stand, here's some steps you can take to move towards a more growth-oriented mindset. Step 1. Awareness. Hear your fixed mindset voice. In the introduction, we mentioned an inner critic. You might most likely know this voice, even though you may have never identified it as an inner critic. The first step is to identify the voice and the times you hear it. There are situations when you're brought back to a fixed rather than a growth mindset. To do this, you simply need to practice awareness. Start by identifying the voice when you hear it. Next, try to remember what event preceded those negative thoughts. It's a bit like trying to identify what is causing a stomach ache. You have to go back and try to remember what you ate just before. If you're not sure you identified your inner critic yet, try looking for cues. For example, look for times when you find that you're doubting yourself, saying something like, "Can I really do this?" Or be aware where you're focusing on failure rather than success, for example, where you're worrying about what will happen if you fail at something. A good place to look for your fixed mindset voice is anytime you're trying something new or challenging. These are the most common situations where this negative voice arises. So this is a good way to learn what your inner critic does when it happens, and then, of course, you can reframe it. So step 2 is to reframe. Once you recognize the voice, you can learn to control it. The way that you interpret challenges, obstacles, or criticism that you face is up to you. But this is the most challenging step for most people. It is difficult to reframe the voice when you have well-grooved patterns. The way to think about reframing is to imagine giving advice to a friend. Naturally, you would never use a harsh critical voice when trying to help a friend. If you would never do this with a friend, why are you doing it with yourself? We are generally harsher on ourselves than we are with others, so instead of talking to yourself, imagine that you're giving advice to a good friend. Take each statement that your inner voice gives you and imagine it as a friend, your partner, or family member who are saying this to them. Now imagine that you're giving them advice and reframe the negative statement that was made. So after reframing comes action. What challenges can you take in order to foster and nurture a growth mindset? What challenges have you been avoiding? I know a lot of people avoid public speaking, so maybe now's the time to consider taking the next step to do a speech. Choose a challenge and try it again, but this time turn your fixed mindset around. Find a work-related or personal task you've either been shying away from doing or that you feel you failed at. For example, perhaps you've always put work first and your eating habits are not the best. How can you challenge yourself to create better eating habits? Maybe there is a skill you've been wanting to learn, such as cooking, but the idea of trying again gives you a sense of anxiety. There might be an important client you've been meaning to contact but shying away from. Start with one challenge and then you can apply it to the next challenge once you have success with the first. So this is quite exciting to know, and I guess I should have a summary, but I don't today, of what we've learned so far. But let's just, first of all, I can talk to you on that in a minute. So you can join for the free training, http://jgtips.com/BYB free. You can sign up for my list, and on your list you'll get a registration login for the membership where I put my 52 weeks of trainings, and I add the worksheet. I'll have the questionnaire in there when I put up this training for you to do. And so for the values, I have a values to profit worksheet for etc. So it's useful to be on the list to get the free trainings. And then I have a Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/implement club. So, so let's go back to me. So what did we learn today? Well, we learned today that there is a fixed and a growth mindset, and that we all have inner critics that are negative thoughts which stop us from doing things. As well, we also when we receive a challenge, we start to get the anxiety and the negative thoughts, and it's time to reframe it and change your thoughts and remove those negative critics from your thoughts. As well, we want to figure out what those negative thoughts are and reframe them, and then get into action. So the next time we'll go over for entrepreneurial mindset, we'll be going over in a deeper way about the mindset traits of the successful entrepreneur. But actually, I think I'll just do a quick boo, add them again for you, so you can consider them while you're thinking about your mindset and success versus let's see if we can get back to the first one. Is that, I think that's the wrong one. Oh no, it's the opening credits, so that's okay. I think we'll be okay because we'll have the list at the end. Yeah, I did this in 2016. I took action and I did a show called Mindset Monday on Solopreneur Success Strategies, and you're welcome to go to my YouTube channel at Jane Gardner, and there's the playlist. Oh, there's the outline. It's the next one. Let me just zoom out a bit. So yeah, this is on my website, and let's go and get all the traits. Boom. Nope. Boom. Where are they? There we are. I think that's them. So yeah, the mindset traits of the successful.
So this is just a brief overview of the mindset of the entrepreneur. Then you get
there. Okay, our positive attitude. I think that's pretty self-evident. Passion. You have to have passion for what you're doing. Action taker. I had like 5 episodes on action taking. Embrace change. Determination, persistence, relentless. Willing to take failure as feedback. This is a really important one. And the why. You have to know your big picture. You have to know why you are being a successful entrepreneur. What are the reasons behind what you do? And you have to have patience. And you have to be willing to learn and willing to listen to and share with others. So there you go. Those are the mindset traits of the entrepreneur. And I have got to obviously get some way to do that in one episode. It's going to be tricky because each slide had action steps to train yourself to do these things, because I know we have a lot of negativity and a lot of willingness to quit and a lot of willingness to find failure and then quit and all that kind of thing. So let's just continue on and tell you that go and sign up for the free trainings at http://jgtips.com/BYB free.